From Metro Vancouver to the Fraser Valley, we're showcasing creativity and community today on The Express. On today's show,
the portions are big. At Rocko's, the motto is go big or go home, and it's big. It's big.
The famous Rocko's Diner in Mission.
No other place like it in Mission.
He did things with a guitar that nobody else did.
Vancouver's own Jimi Hendrix Shrine.
Hell's Gate is actually the deepest and narrowest part on the entire Fraser River.
Hell's Gate Air Tram in the Fraser Canyon.
Word on the street is that you're the only bakery in the Lower Mainland that actually has 100-mile bread.
A bread affair in Langley.
And bake all day, all week.
See that and more, local expression. Welcome to The Express. I'm Johanna Ward at the Surrey Art Centre for Arts 2011, a juried exhibition of visual art. This isn't the only thing that'll make you look twice on today's show. We're also going to visit Hell's Gate Air Tram and the Jimi Hendrix Shrine. But up first, we're rolling back the clock with our Cultus Lake Big Summer feature. Think roller skates and milkshakes at Rocko's Diner.
Big Summer is brought to you by Cultus Lake Water Park, BC's #1 water park.
Rocko's was established July 11th, 1956.
When you walk into Rocko's Diner in Mission, it's like taking a step back in time.
We didn't turn ourselves into a 50s diner. We are a 50s diner.
There you go, Polly.
Thank you, dear.
Everybody knows Betty.
What's an old-fashioned diner without an authentic diner waitress?
I started here in 1987.
Betty's been here forever. Betty actually, I think she started off in the service industry as like a roller girl, and she has the legs to prove it.
Oh, way, way back, when you could take it out to the cars on the trays, put it on the windows.
Betty is, a classic diner waitress.
Betty's seen the customers she used to serve as teenagers grow up and start their own families.
Everybody's family in here.
At Rocko's, you don't just get old-fashioned service, you get a whole lot of food.
The portions are big. At Rocko's, the motto is go big or go home, and it's big. It's big.
Including Rocko's famous poutine.
All right, we'll start over here with the fries. Make sure we get them all in the basket. And then we just put one package of cheese on here. Here we go. And ladle of gravy here. It's right up here in the window.
And people here wash their poutine down with a thick Rocko's milkshake.
We have over 20 flavors, and we allow mixing and matching. So you can do like a couple flavors. So you can do like chocolate banana, pineapple strawberry.
Debbie, now you have a personal record for milkshake making.
Yeah, I did 30 milkshakes in 20 minutes. Just gotta pump them out there. That's the test. The straw has to stand. Like, that's the rule. That's a milkshake.
This milkshake is so good, I won't even try to describe it in my voiceover. Good old-fashioned food and service makes for lifelong customers.
I've been coming here for 25 years. I just come down and, have coffee and a burger with my friends, and no other place like it in Mission.
Always friendly. I mean, I don't go for the Betty Boop, but she is a good Betty, yeah.
Every day you think you've heard it all, there's something new. So I don't think I could retire. It'd be hard to do.
Betty is an institution here in Mission, just like Rocko's. And if you're lucky, she'll insist you sit down for a burger, fries, and a milkshake. I'm Bianca Solterbeck in Mission for The Express.
Big Summer is brought to you by Cultus Lake Water Park, BC's #1 water park.
Rocko's in Mission has been used in movies and commercials. In fact, a crew from England cast Betty in a commercial, and she played herself. Another famous face with our next story. On the corner of Main and Union Street in Vancouver was an important piece of rock and roll history. It used to be Vi's Steak and Chicken House, a place where a guitar legend spent his summers as a child. And now it's the Jimi Hendrix Shrine.
Excuse me while I kiss the sky.
When it comes to guitar shredding, Vincent Fodera's got no chops. But that doesn't make him any less passionate about the electric guitar and one of the instrument's finest players, Jimi Hendrix.
And it showed the world how music can be played with the guitar, what a guitar can do. And he did things with the guitar that nobody else did before.
And so on the edge of Vancouver's Chinatown, Vincent built a museum dedicated to the guitar god.
We have old photos from Jimi Hendrix's childhood, when he was a kid, when he grew up with his father. Then we have the grandmother cooking and Jimi Hendrix playing guitar, all made out with mannequins and clothing, all handmade.
Outside, there's a patio featuring Hendrix-inspired artwork and a garden of beautiful flowers, the symbol of the hippie movement Jimi helped pioneer. But why here in East Vancouver? Well, because this was the location of Jimi's grandmother Nora's restaurant, Vi's Chicken and Steakhouse, a Vancouver institution during the 40s and 50s. Grandson Bill Clark remembers it well.
Vi's, for years, was one of the top 10 restaurants in Vancouver. She opened it in 1946, and she opened it up as a bootleg place. And finally, the police told her that her food was so good that she should go legitimate. So they cut out the bootlegging and started cooking chicken, fried chicken, and steaks.
And Jimi came up from Seattle during the summer. Here he'd hang out and share stories with other musicians and artists, because back then, Vi's was the place to be.
Whenever I came up here to the restaurant, I met entertainers from all over the world, black entertainers especially when they came to Vancouver. It was a melting pot of enterprise and entrepreneurs, and it was exciting.
In fact, this area was home to a few dozen families who made up Vancouver's little-known black community. Local historian Wade Compton says it's an important piece of Vancouver history that shouldn't be overlooked.
Black people played a very important role in the early days of the province, so it's important to know that, just so you have a sense of yourself if you're a black person from the city, and so other people recognize that you're part of it. You're not some alien phenomenon that's just arrived.
It's a big reason why Vincent erected this shrine years ago, to preserve the memory of not only Jimi Hendrix, but the community that fostered his greatness. I'm Tim Chung in Vancouver for The Express.
Did you know that Jimi Hendrix took to the stage in Woodstock exactly 42 years ago this week? The shrine is open to the public from 1 until 6 daily. Admission is free. You're watching The Express, and we've got more local history coming up.
After the break.
This is a land where no other human being should enter.
Adventures at Hell's Gate Air Tram.
There's a little fridge magnet on our walk-in cooler that says, "Eat organic food, it's what your grandparents used to call food."
Organic Eats in Langley. You're watching local TV on The Express.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
Makeup services for Shaw TV, provided by Beauty Mark.